What's up, guys? Been a minute since we made a video, and the reason being we haven't had any snow for about 2 weeks, so it's been pretty quiet. Just been prepping for some spring things, working on this AZ license right now, so I have class for that every day. But anyways, we got hit with a serious surprise this morning. There was 1 to 3 in the forecast, and I woke up at 7 a.m., checked outside, and there was only about 2 centimeters, so we decided, no, not enough, we're not going. And then all of a sudden, between about 8 and 9 a.m., we just got hammered, and it got us right up to about the 5 centimeter mark, which is our trigger, so we gotta go out. It's nice and fluffy, so honestly, I hate storms like today because it's impossible to time it. If we can't go early in the morning, it makes it a real trick, because there are several factors you have to balance. I'd say there's 5 things you have to take into consideration when you're planning when to dispatch your teams. Oh, there's Matt right there. Tractors all went out at 11 a.m., but we're gonna wait for the shovelers to go out until this evening or overnight. The reason for that is if the snow keeps trickling throughout the day, we don't wanna have to hit it again for no reason. So the 5 things you have to keep in mind when it comes to planning your dispatch times are: number 1, your customer expectations. And the truth is, no matter what you do, people aren't going to be happy if it's a daytime storm. If it doesn't snow overnight, you can't go early in the morning, there's going to be some people that aren't happy about that, and there's nothing you can do. All you can do is try and get there as quickly as possible within reason. Yeah, that's really all there is to it. So number 1 is customer expectations, but if it's a daytime storm, you're probably not going to meet them for some people. Point 2 to consider when you're trying to figure out when to dispatch your team is operator availability. So I've had this question asked several times from subscribers, so I want to address it. And the fact is, your good operators are not going to be bumming around on welfare in the winter. They've got things to do. It's probably going to be their quieter season, whether they're farm guys or construction guys, but they still have things going on during the day. So we have 2 operators on a construction site today that can't come to work. That means we have 2 backups in place. One is a dedicated backup here, and one is the main guy from my other location where we didn't get any snow today. But with all that being said, keep in mind, if you're going out during work hours, it's gonna be more hectic and you're gonna have to fill some gas. So you guys might remember from a previous vlog, we came here in the fall to quote this place. And I was just driving by. I didn't actually realize we were doing it. I noticed we have stakes here, so obviously we got the property. And if you remember, I had a bit of an issue. I wasn't sure we weren't going to be able to get under here. Not going to happen. But as you can see, I guess it's not really a problem. So Brent hasn't been here yet today. It's obviously later on his route, but I guess he's just going to swoop in here, drag it out, and blow on here. And yeah, I guess we are servicing this property. So cool to find out. Point number 3, you have to figure out if it's going to keep snowing throughout the day or if it's over. Because if the storm is completely done, you pretty much might as well get to it as soon as you can. However, if there's 3 or 4 centimeters, you're just kind of coming up on your trigger and it's going to snow throughout the rest of the day, no, you don't want to go out right away, because of course you don't want to add an extra run for no reason. We've been known to do that many times, where if we just waited a couple hours, we could have got away without doing an entire extra pass. So that's another thing you have to consider. So the final point is you have to keep an eye on the city plow and plan around what they're doing. Hi there, I'll just have medium black coffee, please. So you want to make sure, if it's a daytime run, you're getting out after the city plows have been around as much as possible. You won't be able to do this completely because, as you know, side streets get left till the end. Sometimes it's only the main roads that get done. But you want to keep an eye on those guys and try and get out after them. Now, here's where you have to balance all 5 of these things. If it comes down to, say it's a day-long event, you have to go out overnight and then followed up by the day, you can't just leave it until the day and not go out overnight, people will go crazy. So there are scenarios which I would say it's probably the majority of the time you have to clear it out overnight and then wait for a few hours for the city plows to get around and then follow them up later in the day. But in a scenario like today, you can actually get away with just doing it once because we started at 11 a.m. so most of the roads were actually plowed. Oh, there's one of our tractors right now. So we caught Mr. Pat, unit number 5, in the drive-thru with his tractor. He doesn't know we're here right now. And what the heck? I don't actually care, but I think it's kind of funny. He just pulled up while we were getting a coffee. I guess he's grabbing lunch in the tractor. Perfect, thank you.
Have a good one.
You too. So all the operators are finishing up. What they're going to be doing is hopping on the rear end of each other's routes and then working toward the middle. And then when those two meet and that route's done, they're going to hop on the next one and the next one until everything's done. Nobody goes home before every driveway is cleared. This is a team effort. It's not just you out solo doing your route. And I really like to establish our company culture that way. So like I said earlier, the storm was a challenge. My absolute least favorite time of day to go out is mid-morning. The snow was accumulated at our trigger at like 9 a.m. Literally the worst time ever. I hate it when this happens. But what do? It's part of the game. And so we pulled it together with 2 operators missing. That's just part of the business. That's why we're successful at what we do. When challenges arise, we just figure them out. We'll see you guys in the next one.